Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm at home working in my pants. Soccer pants. Alright, let's get to work. Today I'm working on my list for my products, stuff like that. And then also listening to my podcast. I'm on podcast, my video for the day. So, just getting into that mindset, getting into what I want to know and what I want to do with my life. Yeah, just get at it, guys.
Let me just make sure that we are live on all the platforms here because today I want to talk to you about recruiting. One of my favorite topics. That's for sure. And by the way, last week I didn't go live because I'd lost my voice and I'm still kind of recovering from it. It's been a bit of a nightmare, but yeah, it's Tuesday. It's 7 p.m. UK time, so it's time for Tuesday Night Live. First and foremost, I hope you are doing incredible. And if you are watching on the replay, let me know where you are tuning in from. I know sometimes people attend lives and they're like, I can't be bothered tuning in on the replay. I can't be bothered engaging, whatever. But it matters, all right? I'm going to be coughing a lot through this. Right, I'm going to get into it. I'm not going to waste any more time. I've got some secrets for you when it comes to recruiting. So here we go. Let's dive right into it. Now, I will say, it's bad. I will say that if you're on Instagram right now, then it's going to be like a more of a narrower situation. So you might not be able to read what's going on my whiteboard. But if you are on Facebook page, or YouTube, you'll be able to see the whole thing. All right? So here we go. I'm going to write these out. The first thing is you have to really I do not know what's going on with the good old... Someone's trying to call me here. Makir Savant. You can call me after this, right? Whoever that is, right? Okay, number one. I'm going to write the word goal. Now, you've all heard this before. You've got to have a goal. But here's the problem. You probably set too many goals. And a big part of this guy will not stop calling, right? And when I say that, you're probably setting too many goals. You're probably setting too many goals. You probably got overwhelmed, right? A lot of people, they struggle with overwhelm mainly because they're focusing on so many things. When you have one ridiculous goal, guess what you can do? Makir, if you call me one more time, I'm blocking you, all right? Just going to say that, okay? In fact, call me enough, let's block. All right, because it's interrupting the live and it's ruining it for everyone else, me included. All right, so let's do that. Sorry, but there we are. No, come on. Sorry, guys. This is not the greatest experience, but it is what it is. Block. Bye-bye. You are blocked. There we go. The guy's not leaving me alone. It's relentless. Makir. All right, I don't think you can call me now because it's game over. All right, anyway. So, you guys have a lot of goals so that you focus on a lot of things and you get overwhelmed and your recruiting is damaged as a result, okay? So here's what I would recommend. Have one ridiculous goal. Like one very specific goal for your business and obsess about that goal. Now, it can range, and you guys can decide. I can't tell you what it is, but I can give you some examples. Number one, it could be recruit one person. It could be recruit 3 people, recruit 5 people, get 10 customers, reach a certain goal, make a certain amount of money, hit a certain rank, hit a certain amount of volume, help a certain number of people. Whatever that might be, you decide, okay? But once you have that goal, all the other goals, forget about, right? Forget about all the other goals. Just focus in on that one goal that you set. And when I say ridiculous goal, it might feel ridiculous for you to do it. Like you might think, I've never recruited 2 people in my entire life. How can I recruit 2 people in a month, right? But that's the whole point of the goals. The goal's there to stretch you. The goal's there to push you, but it will not work unless you obsess about it. Now, little side note to this, right? So obviously you have to have the goal, and then you've got to obsess about it. And then I'm going to write here YM. This is the most important part. Now, let's say your goal is to recruit 2 people in the month of July. Let's just say, right? And that's all you think about. I've got to get my 2. 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 When am I recruiting my 2? Where are my 2 coming from? My 2, my 2, my 2. Whatever it might be, right? Now, there's one thing that's going to happen to you over and over again. You're going to be distracted. Because when the devil sees you winning, he will do everything he can in his power to slow you down, distract you, stop you, make you procrastinate, make you look left and right. And this is what will happen. Your friends will say, hey, do you want to go for dinner? Your friends will say, hey, do you want to go on a night out? Hey, do you want to come watch the football? Hey, do you want to go do something fun? Hey, there's a new movie. Do you want to go and watch it? And you will say, yeah. And the reason why I've written Y/no on the board, for those of you on Instagram, you probably can't see it, but for those of you on the other platforms, you can see it, is you have to determine whether you say yes or no to every single distraction that comes in, even if it seems like a lot of fun. And here's how you know. You go, hey, my best friend is having a big birthday party. Do I go? Yes or no? If I say yes, will it move me closer to the goal, or will it move me further away? It will most likely move you further away, unless at that party you have your business hat on and your goal is to collect as many names and numbers as you can with the idea that you're going to follow up with them later on in the week. You're not going to pitch them. You're not going to carry a flip chart to your best friend's party and you're like, right, I'm going to set up here. I'm going to have a nice stand and everyone's in the party and I'm just there standing saying, okay, this is how the business works. Da, 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 da. No, you're not going to do that, right? You're not going to do that. Now, if you say no to that thing and you decide to take the time that you would be at the party and recovering after the party and being hungover after the party to build your business, it's going to move you closer to the goal. So it's very important for those of you who are tuning in, feel free to, give her the love hearts and all that fun stuff. It's very important that you have one goal that you obsess about and you know that if you say yes to a distraction, it moves you further away. And if you say no to the distraction, it helps you go closer to the goal. All right, that's the first point about recruiting when it comes to recruiting secrets. Number 2, you have to have a sales process. By the way, guys, are you out there? Is everyone there? Can you hear me loud and clear on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube? I want to make sure. I know you guys take notes. I know you guys are good learners, you're good students, and you're making notes and all that fun stuff. A lot of you guys are already getting distracted. The live is on in the bottom right-hand corner of your phone as you're doing other things, right? The live is going on while, and you're cooking or whatever, and you're already saying yes to other things, right? So we get distracted all the time. All right, you guys are here. You can hear me. You're going. All right, perfect. Number 2, you got to have a sales process. You have to know what's next. Do you know one of the biggest killers of momentum, like personal momentum in network marketing, is the fear of what's next? So, imagine this, right? You don't speak to someone because you don't know how to invite them. You don't invite them because you don't know what to send them. You don't send them the information because you don't know how to follow up. You don't know how to follow up because you don't know how to get them started. You don't know how to get them started. You don't you don't get them started because you don't know how to launch them. You don't launch them because you don't know how to duplicate with them. You don't duplicate with them because you don't know how to act when they come to an event with you. You don't get them to come to an event with you because you don't know how to lead. Right? It's like the fear of what's next. So what happens is you get overwhelmed again. You get overwhelmed because you start thinking, I've got to learn leadership level 32 so I know how to deal with drama in my business before I even speak to someone. I get it. I've been there. I've been there time and time and time again. But what's next? Oh my God, I don't want to look like an idiot. And what happens if I get this person in, I look like an idiot, and then they leave? I'd rather know everything and then get them in so that I'm prepared. Right? It happens a lot. It's completely normal. But you have to know the sales process. Okay? Now I'm going to go through it real quick. Like, you generate a lead. You build a relationship. You see if they're open. You qualify them. You show them a presentation, a tool, a system. You follow up with them. You close them. You launch them. You identify the people to launch with. You duplicate those people. You get them to events. And you repeat the process. Right? Now I know that was fast, and for those of you making notes, like, say it again, say it again. That's not the purpose of this video. I've got lots and lots of videos on my YouTube channel on recruiting. You can go find them somewhere on the YouTube channel, right? Type in Fraser Brooks recruiting, and there you go. You'll be all right. All right. So here we go. Number 3. Oh, I love this one. Quantity, 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 quantity. You've got to focus on, if you want to be a top recruiter, you want to recruit a lot of people, you've got to focus on the quantity of exposures you have. You've probably heard this before. It's a numbers game. It is a numbers game if you play the game right. It is a numbers game if you play the game right. Right? Right? If you just chuck enough crap against the wall and see what sticks, it's going to be a very, 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 very frustrating and long process for you. But if you chuck enough poop against the wall and you know the process, like you got like, right, it's an order. Like you put some there, some there, some there, some there, some there. Okay, great. Then it's much better. So it's quantity of exposures. So here's my question to you, and I would love for your answer. Be completely honest. Be completely honest. How many people do you feel you are exposing your product or your business to every single month? Every single month. Now, doing a Facebook Live or an Instagram Reel or a story about it and having 37 viewers, that does not count as 37 people. An exposure is when you have a conversation. Someone said I got stuck. All right, I don't know. Maybe it's an Instagram thing. Maybe it's a Facebook thing. I don't know. Right? Looks like it's on my end. It seems to be fine, but you guys on Instagram are saying it's frozen. So I'm going to carry on anyway. Right? So, like, how many in a month are you talking to? Like, it has to be a conversation. It's not a Facebook Live, an Instagram Reel, Instagram Stories. It's like, how many conversations you're having about your product, your business every month. Now, I say every month because the idea is you say, oh, I do like 4 or 5 a month. And then you go 4 or 5 a week, and then you go 4 or 5 a day, and then you go 4 or 5 in the morning, and an afternoon, and an evening, okay? Because quantity can get you out of pretty much any shitty situation, right? They say that recruiting is the answer, right? Recruiting is the answer. If you're frustrated with your team, go recruit someone. If you're not moving as fast as you'd like, go recruit someone. If you feel like you haven't got enough leverage, go recruit someone, right? If people are saying that, if people are going to say they're going to recruit people but they're not, go recruit someone. So know the number of people you are actually exposing the business or the product to every single month, and then look to every single week, every single day, every single hour. Okay? Now, if the number is high, chances are you will learn the skill very, very quickly, or you'll get the results very, very quickly. You'll definitely have a story to tell one way or the other. If you do it very, very slowly, you're just going to go, you're going to recruit someone eventually, and then they're going to quit by the time you've recruited the other one. So you get one, they drop out. You get another one, they drop out. The idea is you recruit 1, 2, 3, 4. Two of them drop out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you got 6, and so on and so forth. Okay, number 4. Now, this is something I learned a long time ago. A lot of people, they come to me and they say, Fraser, how do I recruit better people? Or how do I recruit the right person? Now, let me just explain something. What makes a better person? Like, why is Carly better than Senya? Or why is Senya better than Lee? Or why is Lee better than Fit Mum by Ayanda? They're not. We're all the same. We're all the same. So you can't recruit better people, but what you can do is you can do your people better. How do you do that? Grow up. Show up. Go up. Take the time to learn the skills. Take the time to get the development, right? Take the time to obviously do the work. Then you show up to the events. Take the time to show up to the events, and then you go up, right? By implementing what you've learned and what you've seen, and you go up. Okay? Now, the right people you will not know until they've joined the business. The right people you will not know until they've joined the business. Here's what I can guarantee. I can guarantee any one of you will know exactly if someone is going to fail or not. But you can never, ever guarantee if someone is going to succeed. It's crazy. And it's fact. You can never guarantee success. Sorry, you can always guarantee failure, but you can never guarantee success. Here's why. They might be on their way to success and quit. You can't control that. You can't guarantee. But if you don't learn the skills, if you don't do the work, if you don't show up online, if you don't show up to the events, I can guarantee you're going to fail. So, the right people are the people who do what you tell them to do. Hey, have one ridiculous goal and obsess about that thing and say either yes or no to the distractions, understanding that if you say yes to a distraction, it moves you further away from the goal. If you say no to the distraction, it moves you closer to the goal. Understand our sales process. Boom, 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 boom. Understand that you're going to have to speak to a lot of people every single day to move your business forward. Now, when it comes to quality, it's quality and consistency of the follow-ups, right? So I'm going to put quantity of exposures. I'm going to put quality of follow-ups. Go up. Take the time to learn the skills. Take the time to get the development, right? Take the time to obviously do the work. Then you show up to the events. Take the time to show up to the events, and then you go up, right? By implementing what you've learned and what you've seen, and you go up. Okay? Now, the right people you will not know until they've joined the business. The right people you will not. If you do it very, very slowly, you're just going to go, you're going to recruit someone eventually, and then they're going to quit by the time you've recruited the other one. So you get one, they drop out. You get another one, they drop out. The idea is you recruit 1, 2, 3, 4. Two of them drop out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you got 6, and so on and so forth. Okay, number 4. Now, this is something I learned a long time ago. A lot of people, they come to me and they say, Fraser, how do I recruit better people? Or how do I recruit the right person? Now, let me just explain something. What makes a better person? Like, why is Carly better than Senya? Or why is Senya better than Lee? Or why is Lee better than Fit Mum by Ayanda? They're not. We're all the same. We're all the same. So you can't recruit better people, but what you can do is you can do your people better. How do you do that? Grow up, show up, go up. Take the time to learn the skills. Take the time to get the development, right? Take the time to obviously do the work. Then you show up to the events. Take the time to show up to the events, and then you go up, right? By implementing what you've learned and what you've seen, and you go up, okay? Now, the right people you will not know until they've joined the business. The right people you will not know until they've joined the business. Here's what I can guarantee. I can guarantee any one of you will know exactly if someone is going to fail or not. But you can never, ever guarantee if someone is going to succeed. It's crazy. And it's fact. You can never guarantee success. Sorry, you can always guarantee failure, but you can never guarantee success. Here's why. They might be on their way to success and quit. You can't control that. You can't guarantee. But if you don't learn the skills, if you don't do the work, if you don't show up online, if you don't show up to the events, I can guarantee you're going to fail. So, the right people are the people who do what you tell them to do. Hey, have one ridiculous goal and obsess about that thing and say either yes or no to the distractions, understanding that if you say yes to a distraction, it moves you further away from the goal. If you say no to the distraction, it moves you closer to the goal. Understand our sales process. Boom, 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 boom. Understand that you're going to have to speak to a lot of people every single day to move your business forward. Now, when it comes to quality, it's quality and consistency of the follow-ups, right? So I'm going to put quantity of exposures. I'm going to put quality of follow-ups. And I know you guys hate follow-ups, and it's the fortune's not in the follow-up. The fortune's in the follow-ups. Follow-ups are plural. You won't make a fortune by following up once. You will make a fortune by following up time and time and time and time. So how good are you and how consistent are you at following up? The people who are good and consistent, bang, they're the ones who win. They're the ones who win. And this is what this is a bad follow-up. Oh, hey Ray J, like, yeah, I know, like, you're not interested, but like, I'm following up. Just, yeah, like, you can say no again, that's fine. Like, the worst follow-up is you don't even follow up, right? Because that is counted as not following up, therefore the worst one. The best kind of follow-up is just very high energy, solid posture, but leveraging the reason why they said no last time. Why? Because we all know that for things to change, you've got to change. And people also now are realizing more than ever before, if they don't make a decision to change, nothing in their life will change. And in order to change, you have to be challenged, right? In order to change, you have to be challenged, right? Challenged allows you to be changed, right? Changed. Challenged allows you to be changed. If you were on Instagram, you would not have read what I've just written on the board. But hey, all right, there we go. So, follow-ups suck. But if you established a reason why someone says no, for example, haven't got the time, haven't got the money, haven't got the energy, haven't got the support, then when you follow up with someone, you can say, hey, last time we spoke, money was an issue. Is that still the case? If it is still the case, look to get them out of the situation. If it isn't still the case, great. They can't say that excuse again. Come on. All right, number 5. This is one that I think a lot of you guys are going to hate. Man, you have to keep track of as much as you can. You have to keep track of as much as you can. Did you know, in my opinion, you do not have a business until you track? Imagine this, right? Imagine this. You own a restaurant. Let's say Anya, she owns a restaurant. Shout out to Anya, great restaurant. And the name of the restaurant is Anya's Kitchen, right? That's it. It's Anya's Kitchen. And I'm the chef. And Anya comes to me and says, hey Fraser, we only sell pizzas here. How many pizza bases, like how many pizza doughs do we need to buy tonight to arrive tomorrow so we can sell the same number of pizzas? And I say to her, I don't know. How is she going to know? How is she going to know how many pizzas to order the next day? Or even worse, what do I say if she says how many pizzas do we need to order for tomorrow? I say a lot. A lot of you're going to be in a lot of trouble if that's the answer. What do you do? But if she says, hey, if I say, hey, it's a Monday today, we sold 37 pizzas, Tuesday's usually a little bit better, order 40. Okay, great. And now I know that in order for us to outperform our expectations, we need to sell 41, 42. So now I'm going to get all the team fired up and I'm like, right, guys, our goal is to get 41 pizzas sold today. And in order to do that, if there's anyone that's a group of 4, we will offer them a free pizza if they buy 4, for example. Right? There we go. So you've got to track. Now, start small. Just track the number of people you ask the question to every week. Just track how you're feeling every week. Just track how many people you've added to your list every week. Track how you feel you performed from a productivity perspective, scoring from 1 to 10 every frickin' week. And I promise you, I promise you, you'll become a tracking beast. How do I know that? How can I promise you that? Because I frickin' sucked at tracking so bad. So bad. Until I realized, you know what? If I track my time, I track my activity, I will be in control of my time, I'll be in control of my activity, and if I'm in control of my time and control of my activity, I will have time and financial freedom. But it feels like a pointless exercise. Why? Because you're tracking on pieces of paper, on sticky notes, on your phone, in Excel spreadsheets, in an app, and you're like, ah! I get it, but it's one of the secrets to recruiting. Okay? And number 6, oh wow, I've written Arabic there. You've got to have some level of accountability. You've got to have some level of accountability. And in my opinion, the greatest accountability that you can have, which is easiest to implement, is find someone in the upline, sideline, downline, or even even in a different company. And before you go to bed, all you gotta do is simply say, I added this number of people to my list, I invited this number of people to the business or the product, I'm grateful for these 3 things. That's it. DN Taya Banim says, what if you get tired of doing the same procedure? Congratulations, that means you're being consistent. And the goal in network marketing is to make the boring exciting. So get other people involved, do a blitz, figure out your own scoring system, come up with like a bar chart or like a loading bar that if you complete it at the end of the week, you go do something fun. Reward yourself based on the activity, not the results. Marry the process, divorce the results. Happiness is not the destination. Happiness is the drive of the direction that you're going in. Let me explain that real quick. If you want to be happy in network marketing, it's not about becoming it's not about being a diamond, it's about becoming a diamond. It's knowing that, oh my God, my volume is getting closer and closer and closer to the diamond level. I promise you, you will have the biggest smile when you're on your way to diamond, more than when you arrive there. Because you'll arrive there, you'll go, woohoo, I'm a diamond, I can stop working now. You take your foot off the gas, and guess what happens when you take the foot off the gas? You slow down, eventually stop, everyone passes you by, and then you have this ego of, but I was diamond before them, I should be way further ahead than them. And you get into this really crappy situation. All right? The drive towards the destination is the progress. That is where happiness is in this business. So you have to marry the process, divorce the result, and that's how you'll become a world-class recruiter. Now, Obviously, there's lots of you guys on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. For those of you who want to access a recording of this video, it will be uploaded on it will stay here on my Facebook, and it will go on my YouTube channel as well. Sadly, on Instagram, it kind of evaporates, it kind of deletes. I don't keep them on Instagram, but you can find them on YouTube, and feel free to subscribe to that channel, so every time you go onto YouTube, you should see the videos there. But I want to be able to help you guys automate as much of this process as possible. I can't help you automate the goal, but I can help you with AI establish what your goal should be. I can show you I can help you in a way with this the word auto. Let's write it here. If you comment the word auto in the comments, if you are on Facebook business page, YouTube, or Instagram, comment the word auto, and I'll send you to your messenger a link to more information about the upcoming AI and automation workshop. If you are on my Facebook profile, it's the one that has my name with the little blue tick. You'd have to go to fraserbrooks.com/auto, or in my cover photo of my personal profile on Facebook, you will see the link in there. All right, so that's Thursday, this Thursday, at 6 p.m. UK time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern time. For in between 3 to 4 hours, I'm going to show you how to use AI and automation, as well as a scheduling tool, a free one and a paid one, for you to be able to take your business to the next level. It's what I've used. Some of you guys know I have 3 best-selling books. I Dare You, I Double Dare You, and Loser to Legend. We've sold hundreds of thousands of books, but over 100,000 copies of these books have been sold through the process that I'm going to be talking about on Thursday. Right? I've never shared the secrets before. I've waited for the right moment, and now I feel like the right moment is here. So I'm very, very excited about that. All right? Now, the rest of you, next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time. Add it to your calendar. Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live. We'll be talking about another topic. Maybe it'll be recruiting. Maybe it'll be duplication. Maybe it'll be something else, something to do with social media. We will see. And if for some reason I'm not live, I have a good reason for not being live. All right? So, big love to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I will see you next week. All right? Kisses to you all. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.
Wild. Let's see. A different photo going on. Do that on my phone. Okay, that finally works. Jeez. 40 minutes. There goes refill drink. Back. You know, no one's here, but oh well. We're live though. Okay. It's not very. Get my weapon message done. Shop. Go by. Cool. everything. Cool. Almost got the shop set up. Let's see if we can add this. Copy link. Let's go over to YouTube. Add a link.
In just 2 months, I added 126 people to my network marketing team from all over the world.
There was a moment where I was feeling this pain in my chest, kind of on and off. And I was telling you about this and other people. I was like, man, I just feel like this pain and feel like a clenching, like I can't, like, I don't know, something was holding me back. That was the fear. And I think when we can fully embrace it and say, this might happen, and I may not like it, but by stepping into the fear, I literally felt a ball of pain in my chest unlock and like disintegrate throughout my whole body.
The best-selling author and host.
The #1 health and wellness podcast.
On Purpose with Jay Shetty.
Hey everyone, welcome back to On Purpose, the #1 health podcast in the world. Thanks to each and every one of you that come back every week to become happier, healthier, and more healed. Now, today's guest is a dear, dear friend of mine, and what I love about having him on the show is you love it. Whenever we do something together, we get incredible feedback. I get the most texts ever. I get so many DMs from all of you because you love seeing us connect. Because he's someone who's happy to be vulnerable about his own challenges and journey. He's done that plenty of times on this show. But today, he's here to talk about something that he's been really thinking about and working on for the next 5 years. So I want all of you to show your support for this incredible human, but also this amazing book that he's written. I want everyone to go and order it right now. The link is in the notes and the captions. I'm talking about my dear friend, Lewis Howes, who's a New York Times best-selling author, keynote speaker, and industry-leading show host of the School of Greatness podcast, which is one of the top podcasts in the world with over 500 million downloads. Lewis was recognized by the White House and President Obama as one of the top 100 entrepreneurs in the country under 30. And his new book is right here. It's called The Greatness Mindset. Unlock the power of your mind and live your best life today. This is the book that I want you to go and grab. Please welcome to the show my dear friend and brother, Lewis Howes.
My
Lewis,
man. Thanks, Jay.
good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, brother.
This is exciting, man. It's like, this is 5 years in the making. Like for you to, you've had a podcast now for nearly 10 years. I saw that announcement.
In 2 weeks, it'll be my 10-year anniversary.
That's insane. Congratulations.
Thank
like
you.
what a history and
Thank you.
legacy of service. And like, how many interviews now is that?
Over almost 1,400 episodes.
That's insane, right?
Yeah.
1,400 episodes over 10 years. Unbelievable legacy. You wrote your first book, The School of Greatness. Your second book, Mask of Masculinity.
Yep.
On the release of that book was when we became friends.
Yeah, the day it came out, I went on your show at NASDAQ.
At NASDAQ, yeah.
In New York City. I just started hearing about you maybe a few months before, and then you'd reached out, and I saw a couple of your videos, and I was like, I really like your style. And when we met, I was like, let's just hang out all day.
I know. It was amazing. I didn't expect that because I was doing, so for anyone who doesn't know, I used to have a show on NASDAQ Reads, which was called Follow the Reader. And I would try and sit down with authors and talk to them. And I was thankful enough, that's where I met Ryan Holiday, and it's where I met a couple of other people in the space. And I'd reached out to you because I'd always loved your work. And usually an author would come in, you'd do the interview, you'd promote the book, and then they'd leave. And this was the day your book came out, and you were like, well, why don't we just spend the whole day together? So we had we're in a coffee shop together,
amazing,
we're in a
man.
Barnes & Noble together.
So fun.
And that was the beginning of our friendship.
It was amazing, man.
And now we're here on another book launch day. And 5 years to write a book, like 5 years to be thinking about a book, 5 years to not, it's so easy to just put, for you, like with an amazing audience, amazing community, you could just put out a book whenever you wanted to.
Right.
What were you working on? What were you thinking about for 5 years?
I wanted to do this after the Mask of Masculinity. And this was the thing that I was like, this is the thing that I wish I would have had when I was, 15, 21, 35, the book and the content that I wish I could have had to understand the pain that I was going through. And now having been through a lot of different healing journeys and healing a lot of different wounds that I had from my past, I finally felt like I was at a place of peace where I could create abundantly as opposed to forcing something. And when I wanted to start this 5 years ago, which I've been kind of researching and taking notes and having documents for a long time in my interviews about this,